I audible? Is my voice very loud? Because I'm using a microphone here. So if it's very loud, just make sure that you reduce the volume on your end. Oh, my voice is echoing. Let me just check that. How about now? No change? Okay, just give me a second here. Now? How's it now? Very low? Okay. I know how to do here. Now? Is it any good? Good. Just let me know. Good is like audible. So yes. Is it good for everybody? Can you guys hear me? Oh, fantastic. Hi Daniel, how are you? Good. So is this your first live class? Because I have seen you for the recorded classes, not for the live class. Oh, great. Good to know that. So you've been following the recorded classes, right? All the while. So how do you feel that? How do you, what's your feedback on that? Great, thank you. So yeah, until now, let's jump into the class. So until now we have seen how do we write the content. Hi Ankush, how are you? Yes, so today's class is about introduction to JavaScript. So we see what is JavaScript, where to use JavaScript, why do we need JavaScript, is JavaScript really needed, and what if you skip JavaScript. So everything, let's run the class in and around JavaScript, wherein we know by the end of this class where is JavaScript used and how to write JavaScript code. Okay, now coming to the class here, what do you guys know about JavaScript? Tell me anything. JavaScript. So there is a Java in there and there is script in there. So give me your imagination, and just out of imagination tell me what it is, what it does. You guys, Java is a language, okay, like language for what? Computer, okay. And Java provide platform, okay, to what? Provide platform to what? Okay, fine. So this particular JavaScript, I mean, is a computer language too. It's a run different application. Great, fine. So JavaScript, okay, remember this is the writing there, the first letter and the first letter in script and the first letter in Java are capitals. Okay, JavaScript usually it is called as JS. Okay, it's most commonly called as JS. is a scripting language. See, it has script in it, scripting language, and it is not from Java. There is nothing related to Java. Remember this. People will ask you in interviews, when you go to interviews, they say, hey, what's the relationship between Java and JavaScript? There is absolutely zero relationship. The Java guys did not release JavaScript, and the syntax is not close to JavaScript syntax is not so close to Java too. So it's just the name is given as JavaScript, okay, and it is nowhere related to Java. Remember this. So the name is confusing, that it says JavaScript, but it is nowhere related to Java. Okay, so and now coming to the scripting language, we say it's a scripting language. Okay, what is scripting language now? Okay, scripting language is a programming language which has no rules. So I mean, I can't really call this as a programming language. It's a scripting language itself. So to make a sense, I'm saying it has a programming language. So now even before discussing what is a scripting language, I say it's a programming language, right? So what is a programming language? Now, as Ankush told a while ago, you guys know anything about C language? The most famous and popular language in India for BTech graduates. I don't know why the teach C language. Seriously, I don't really understand why they teach C language to the BTech graduates in India. It's a mandatory language for everybody. Okay. So I suppose 15 years back C language was very popular and everybody is getting jobs based on C language. So they continued that for the next 15 years. Okay. So so C language. You guys know anything about C language? Yes. Okay, for making different applications, did you make any application before using C language? Procedure oriented language. Okay, now what is procedure? See, you guys know something about programming language. Good to know that. So well, okay, let me make it clear that okay, a programming language is my voice is repeating again. Does anybody else face the same problem here? The voice keeping on echoing? Yes. Does anyone have the same problem here? Yeah. Nobody has a problem? Yes. Oh, no one's answering here. So I assume there is no problem. So so yeah, C++ is object oriented, C is procedure oriented. So fine, at least yeah. So any programming language is a set of instructions. Okay, this is what they say when they talk about a programming language. They say it's a set of instructions. Okay, it's a set of instructions. Written in a language okay computers understand, so that some work is done. Okay, this is just a plain programming language. So any programming language is a set of instructions. Like say you go to your web page Okay, so until now we have seen only HTML and CSS. So using that, what we can really do we see any instructions over there, so that web page scroll or web page go to a different page on your own? So did we see any instruction over there? We did not see any instruction until now. Okay, it's pure static pages we have seen. So there is no interaction at all with the static pages. They are just dead pages. Whatever I write in my HTML page, that's what I can see over there. Okay, what if I want to animate stuff? What if I want to get some interactions over there? Okay, that cannot be done alone using HTML and CSS. For that, I need a programming language. Okay, so that programming language should be lightweight. Okay, should not have any rules. It should be loosely typed, because it runs on the browser. Browser is a very lightweight application. So for anything which needs to be run on the browser, it should be lightweight, loosely typed, and it should not have any rules. So that's where the evolution of JavaScript has come. So people when they are doing these web pages, they have seen that there is a need for a client-side scripting language with which we can make some interactions happen on our static web pages. Okay, so JavaScript is a client side. So client side is, now you are a client when you are browsing a page. Your browser is a client. When you make a request, okay, if it hits the server, then it's a server side programming. Okay, for until now, client side is run on the client's computer browser. Okay, so I'll explain that in a while. Client side scripting language. Okay, it's a client side scripting language used to make interactions happen in static web pages. So static web pages are nothing but web pages which are done using HTML. If you want some styling, you need CSS over there. Okay, so JavaScript is a client side scripting language. Now what is client side? Client side is a user's browser side. Okay, so these interactions happen on the browser, just like HTML. I write a HTML code and I see that in a browser. What happens there? The HTML code is interpreted and it renders the final output over there. Just like that, the browser can understand what JavaScript is, and if I tell the browser in JavaScript, if I give an instruction to the browser in JavaScript, the browser understands it and it executes. So that's why it's a browser side program. We don't need any extra software to understand, to interpret that set of instructions. So hence it is called client side. Client side is nothing but uses browser side. We do not absolutely need this information. Okay, I'm saying this because we have to have at least some knowledge on JavaScript. Okay, you don't worry if you feel like what's client side, what's a programming language, what is instruction. Do not worry, because JavaScript does not even if we don't know these concepts, still fine, we can become a good programmers in JavaScript. Okay, so I'm just hinting out in the front, so that people who have certain questions, what is client side, what is browser side, what is interpreting, what is instruction, so don't worry about anything. Alright, so hi Adnan, how are you? Okay, so yeah, client side scripting language used to make interactions happen in static web pages. Okay, that's where the JavaScript used. Now it's like any other programming language. If you know C language, then you'll become very comfortable in JavaScript. Even if you do not know about C language, do not worry about it, because JavaScript is very oh, does anyone else face the same problem? Goodness. Okay, let me just check. This happens once in a while. So just give me a second, let me check even if my password can change or not. No, it's not changed actually. Fine. Oh, your password's changed. Okay, I'll just check onto that. You know, sometimes it happens. There is a small bug in the send password code. I fixed that a very long time back. I don't know why it has appeared again. So yeah, let me just check on that. So yeah, okay, you don't need to be an expert in any programming language to learn JavaScript. Okay, what you really need in learning JavaScript, you need to know about HTML. Okay, and that's it. So why HTML again? Because any web page is HTML at the end of the time. So you need to know about HTML, and JavaScript is applied only on this HTML content. So why do we need JavaScript? To make interactions on what? On the HTML content. That's it, plain and simple. We need JavaScript to make some interactions happen in JavaScript. Okay, that's the thing over there. Now where do we use JavaScript? So now we know that, okay, why do we need JavaScript? We need JavaScript to make some interactions. But the biggest question is, where do we really need JavaScript? So anybody know where do we need JavaScript? So whatever you haven't seen until now it's repeating again. I guess it's on your side, Chinmay. I don't know. Does anyone have the same problem here? Chinmay says that my voice is echoing. So yeah, it's a problem on your side. Very good. So so yeah, where do we use JavaScript? Anybody has any answer here? Yeah, Adnan has an answer here to where we have to react. Okay, where do we use JavaScript? So from now, click off a button. Okay, great, fantastic. Change of some text. Okay, in HTML. Good, fantastic. So that's all. So where we need JavaScript is, you guys have said absolutely fine. So let me just summarize them. Okay, there is a name for everything actually. Reacting to events, fantastic. So that is it. That's the concepts of JavaScript what we're gonna learn. Events is one concept which is really important in JavaScript. So what is an event? Event is an action. Okay, event is just give me a second. So yeah, so we use JavaScript to trigger events. Okay, so I'm gonna phrase them here. We use JavaScript to trigger events. So again, what are events? Events are nothing but, okay, there are certain actions done using keyboard and mouse. Okay, so there are certain actions done by keyboard. What do you do with keyboard? You type. What do you do with mouse? You click. Okay, what do you do with your mouse? You hover. Right? You hover. You double click. So we can just take these actions from the input devices and trigger an event using JavaScript. So that's the beauty of JavaScript. Now, until now we have seen only the static content from the client side. Now we see the dynamic functionality from this client side using JavaScript. That's where the JavaScript is used. Okay, and there are several other events which I can't really discuss now. So we'll discuss as the time goes on. Okay, so that's one thing. And where else? And someone has said change of some text. Okay, that's again I call it as an event because change of some text. And the next is okay, change of some text we call it as differently. That is DOM. Okay, DOM stands for document object model. Okay, so what is document object model is, in simple two sentences I'll say. Everything you see in a HTML page, okay, it's a object. Everything, every single tag. So document stands for the whole body over there. Object is nothing but your your tags. Your tags, whatever the tag you see over there, whatever the content you see there, it is an object. Okay, so using DOM I can manipulate, I can change the content of my HTML pages. You see, when you click on something, the text goes, the text comes. You see, when you click, when you hover on something, the text will slide up and slide down. Okay, these are all done using document object model. So the content can be changed using document object model. So when you combine events and document object model, that is what the animation which you see on pages. Okay, and that can be done. And you see these fancy pop-up boxes when you click on something. Do you see these pop-up boxes? They are done using JavaScript. And I'll show you everything, whatever we talk here, we discuss that. Right? And finally, for one thing we use JavaScript. That is for logic, for client-side logic. So what is logic? Logic is nothing but taking a decision based upon the inputs. So you give me X, based on the value X has, do this, do that, do this, do that. That's logic. Okay, so for client side logic, I'll be using JavaScript. So why do we really need a client side object? Because in every programming language, it's all about taking decisions, when to do what. Okay, so I say that you click, I manipulate text, right? But I can give a third parameter to it. Okay, whenever I click on button only, manipulate the text. If not, remove the text. Okay, something like that. It's pure logic. Whenever I say, right, whenever, like, I have to make decisions based upon the inputs, and that's what is called logic, and I can do that using JavaScript on the client side. Okay, so JavaScript has that capability to take decisions and manipulate content based upon the event. Okay, so these are all the things can be done using JavaScript. So now let's see some websites. Maybe I can show you some websites where they use JavaScript. Okay, oh, the other best part about, okay, I forgot this. Okay, maybe I don't know if I can discuss this. Some other things which can be done using JavaScript is form validations. So you submit form data, right? It should be validated. I can't really take whatever the things the user is submitting. So form validations can be done using JavaScript. It's a really important factor. And the other advantage of JavaScript is JavaScript has many built-in functions, which we'll see in the coming classes. These built-in functions are really crazy, really good, and they are really good. So the validations depend upon the built-in functions. So that's one thing you are supposed to remember. Okay, and yeah, I'll list out whatever that comes to my mind. So these are the important things which can be discussed in JavaScript. Okay, so don't worry about the definition of JavaScript. No need to take care of it. It's just plain and simple. It's a scripting language. Scripting language is nothing but a loosely typed language, which there's a difference between programming language and scripting language. Scripting language is on the fly, on the go. You type, you see the result. You don't have to compile and run it. But a programming language, you type, you compile, you run, then only you see the result. Okay, and programming languages have execution files, where you have to deploy those execution files somewhere to see the actual thing what's happening over there. But for scripting files, nothing. Nothing. Okay, so this is about JavaScript. So let me show let's see. So can you guys see my screen here? Yes. Okay, fantastic. So let's go to Tutoslive here. So what are all done with JavaScript? I did not use much of JavaScript here. Okay, you see that feedback. Just go to the feedback. Okay, you see this number. Okay, it's the number of characters remaining. See, it's okay, let me just now is my voice good? Let me just check this too. This is a problem. Now it might be good now. It might be very loud. Okay. So you see that this entire thing is done using JavaScript. This entire thing. So now you see again when I click back, it's now 500 characters in red. It says this is done using JavaScript, and you guys will be learning how to do that. And even this drop down, this is done. This is done. So these are all events. This is keyboard event. This is mouse event. Okay. So this is events, and this is changing the content, that is called DOM, and the changing of color is done based upon a decision. Like as soon as I'm typing, okay, it's taking some decisions over there, and as soon as the number of characters reach 140, okay, it turns to green. So this is what JavaScript is capable of doing when three things are combined. The first is the event. The event is what I'm typing here. Okay, and the second is what is else? DOM is nothing but whatever I'm typing here, okay, it's displaying here. And decision, based upon number of characters, this is changing its color, and based upon number of characters, this is running actually, right? It's a now I type 1 296 things which are done. You have things done using JavaScript. JavaScript can do form validations. Okay, I'll show you can so yeah, we'll see going forward. And the pop-up boxes, everything is done using JavaScript. Whatever the logic on the client side is done using JavaScript, right? So that is JavaScript. And one more thing here is I want to show one of our and email. This it's clean, neat, except that he has to use some padding here. Okay, so that's one thing. If you would have used a padding here, so I would have used a padding there. A padding of let's say 10 pixel would have made it more better. And one more thing, margin auto, and a width of 80% would have brought it to the center. Alright, so yeah, I really like this assignment, and you could have used a padding here too. So always remember, to look something, to make something look good, okay, you have to use a padding. He used a padding, but it's not that sufficient. So this is a good one, and you should have reduced the width. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can download this file, but yeah, I really like this assignment. It's really cool and neat. Okay, so if anybody wants to try this, they can try this. This is not a part of any assignment, so he has just done it for the sake of it. Okay, so And assignments, guys, you guys are not submitting any assignment. No, I don't know if you guys are understanding it or not. Not you, Chinmay. You cannot download this. It will not give. If you want to download, you know what you have to do. You paid source and just copy, paste in a file, and that's it. It's the best way to download any file. Okay, you could have done that better, I suppose. What is the problem with my system? Can you guys see it? Right, but still, this doesn't look good, right? You have to do that. So it should be 50-50. So yeah, the experimentation is good, but the experiment is not finished unless until it has some positive results. Alright, so what else here? Coming here to the same thing. So these are few errors. I don't say them errors. I call errors only when you make skill errors, not like programmatic errors. So yeah, this looks good, right? Now it has come to a shape. Previously it used to be random rectangles and stuff. Now yeah, this has a particular shape, and this has something wrong too. I can easily figure out, like it is ending somewhere else. Okay, this one, it's so no, just start, but still nice, a nice one, a good one though, right? Okay, there. Okay, so again, you still have time. If you send a blank email to my course. Ankush, you did not send me an email. Did you send? You did not. 3 guys sent me: Adnan, Chinmay, and Sandeep. And Sandeep is absent today. So send me an email so that I can. Okay. Because I just need to have a count. Yeah, you send me. I know. I told that. Okay. Let me just. Hi Suhel. You can't really talk. I mean, only I can talk in this class. So if you want to talk, use the chat box there. Yeah, is the voice good? Okay. I did not do anything at all. Okay. I'll just little low now again. I don't know. There's a problem with my microphone, and I disabled my default microphone. So it has become a mess. So can you guys hear me now? How is it now? Okay. Alright, fantastic. So Suhel, how are you? So is this your first class, right? First live class. I don't know if you're following the old. How class will start? I mean, what is that question? You mean the time, or I don't know. Class will start at 5 o'clock every day. So you'll get an email regarding the timings and the topic, where to go to attend the class. So you have to log in to attend the class. So you log in, click on join class. You'll come to the class. If you come before 5 o'clock, okay, you don't see anything. You just see, okay, please wait until 5. If you come after 5 o'clock, you'll be in the class itself. So this is the class. So it's a live class. I'm the tutor here. I'm Sagar. So you learn in a live class. That's what. I can't really give any introduction more than this. Okay. So now, so whatever happened. Now let's concentrate on the class here. So here, okay. So what's our agenda for JavaScript? What do we really learn and what we do not learn? What you should explore by yourself, and what's next? Like what should happen? What happens? What kind of magic can JavaScript do? So JavaScript is a huge concept. JavaScript is it's a separate section where you can do multiple things. Okay, so I only teach what is really required for web development. That's it. I'm not teaching you other than that. So our concentration is only web development using JavaScript. So there are other entities in JavaScript wherein you can use JavaScript for different things, for complex programming and stuff. But what I really teach here is that thing which is really essential for us. Okay, so in a course, what we'll be learning is variables. It's a very simple topic. These are basic concepts. We'll be learning operators. So operators is something like, as I said, logic, right? So operators deal with the logic thing. Operators, control structures. So control structures are like if else conditions. Loops are called control structures. Okay, you'll be learning about control structures, and then you'll be learning about functions. So this is what I call basics of JavaScript. Okay, so this will finish in 2 days. Okay, then we move on to the built-in functions. So we have certain built-in functions in JavaScript, right? This is what happens in PHP too. Even PHP is a scripting language, so you see the same again in PHP, which I won't be discussing much deep in PHP. Okay, so you have to concentrate in JavaScript only regarding the variables, operators, control structures, and functions. Okay, so we'll discuss built-in functions. This is a huge concept. It will take 3 days for us. So this will take 2 days. So today we will finish variables and operators. It's pretty much simple. Nothing, no complex thing over there. Okay, so and control structures and functions again. I hope one day. If not, now it goes to the other day wherein we can continue that with built-in functions. So built-in functions is very big concept. So that's why 3 days. Okay, here we learn how to put date. Yes, it's similar to C++, but C++ is a programming language and this is a scripting language. So the concept will be same, except that 2 concepts you will learn differently. Okay, so in built-in functions we learn about date, string, and array functions. They are very important. If you miss this, that's it. Don't come to JavaScript anymore. Okay, I'm just kidding. You can come. Alright, then we talk about events. Very important. But yeah. Now this, if you miss this, just drop your JavaScript and come back for jQuery. Okay. So events, we'll talk about events in 2 days. Okay. Then DOM. So I don't talk anything about DOM. I just explain you what DOM is. Okay, what's the structure of DOM and what is it? Because using JavaScript, doing DOM is complete ignorance. Okay, we can do this entire thing, events and DOM, in jQuery with one single line of code. If you do it in JavaScript, it is 10 lines of code. Okay, so DOM one day let's take. And there are certain concepts like miscellaneous concepts like the pop-up boxes, some things like that. Okay, so in DOM I'll explain the important concepts that will be finished in one day. So miscellaneous concepts one day. Then we go to jQuery. This is very important. If you miss this, that's it. And it's very fun, jQuery. Okay, don't miss that jQuery part. And nobody will teach like me as as I teach jQuery. I'll teach really in depth. I mean, when I say nobody, and the people I know. Okay, not you know. You may know people who teach better than me. Okay. So so we go to jQuery. Now, what are we missing here? What we are not discussing? We are not discussing JSON. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's gone. Okay, my keyboard, not my keyboard. My hands are going onto the touchpad and it's going off. Okay, so I hope you remember it, or it comes in the video. Don't worry. Okay. Now what we don't discuss here is, okay, we don't discuss JSON. We discuss JSON in Ajax. Okay, we don't discuss JSON in JavaScript. And there are some derivatives of JavaScript like AngularJS, EmberJS, ExpressJS. Okay, these are all JavaScript libraries. We don't discuss this. AngularJS, EmberJS, and these are cool. You can explore by yourself. Node.js, okay, ExpressJS. Okay, these are very cool concepts. We won't be discussing that. Okay, and we won't be discussing the complex coding using JS objects. We don't discuss that. We talk only about what is an object, and that's it. We leave it there. We don't really go deep into it and see multi levels of objects. Okay, this is an entire different concept which takes so much of time to learn. Okay, we won't be discussing that. So we'll be discussing only that is really important for a web developer. Okay, so you are not designers anymore. You are now welcome to the developers party. So you become developers because we are writing some logic there. Okay, so then we move on to jQuery. That's the thing. That's just agenda for it. The days may increase. I seriously don't consider a timeline for learning. There is infinite time for learning, so I don't really go fast. really go slow until you understand it. Alright, so today's concept is variables and operators, and we see how to write JavaScript. You know, how do you write styles? Where do you write styles? Inside head, right? Inside head you write style, right? Okay, the same is script, but this time you have to specify that you have to write that inside a script tag. If you do not write that inside a script tag, it won't consider it. Okay, and I'll teach you the best practice. Usually people tell you that, you know, write script inside head, but what I tell is write script at the very end of the page. Okay, that's the best practice. I'll show you guys how to do that, but meanwhile I'll be writing script in the head tag only. Okay, this is where you write your script or program or logic. Okay, this is where you write your entire thing. Okay, that's the syntax, nothing more than that. Okay, just like our styles, we have internal script and external script. Some people say that inline script also, but I don't call that as inline script. Those are events. You can write events inline. You can write events inline. I'll show you when we go for events. Okay, you can write events inline. So it's not inline scripting. Don't get confused. That's not inline scripting. That's like writing events inline. Okay, but as styling we have internal script. Now what is this kind of syntax? Internal or external? Based on the previous knowledge of CSS, what kind of script writing is this? Internal script writing or external? Internal. Any other answers here? Only one answer? There are 6 students here and only one answer. That's really poor. The percentage is 1 by 6. So how much is 1 by 6? Internal. So you guys know answer, but you don't answer, right? I mean, or do I have to mention that, you know, okay, Ankush, now you answer, or Chinmay, you have to answer? Proactiveness is the key for success. Okay, so yeah, that's internal. So how do I do external? How do I do external style sheets? Everybody. How do I do external style sheet? What is the syntax for external style sheet? I asked this yesterday too. Linking the file, fantastic. Just like that, okay, I can do external script. I can include an external script here, path to JS file, and you're not supposed to write anything in this. Do not write anything in this. So this is how I include the external file. So that is external JavaScript file, and this is internal JavaScript. Okay, and this is how the external. So this is the syntax for writing it. Let us take a break here. I'll be back in 2 minutes. So you guys can take a break too. I guess, you know, you guys have been sitting there for quite a long time. So take a break. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Alright? Yeah. guys, I'm back. Good to see you guys talking about technologies and stuff. Great. So yeah, the wireframes are ready. As again, I'm saying that people who email me to this email ID will. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My microphone is somewhere else. Now, how is it? Okay. Great. Thanks for reminding. So yeah, to see the wireframes, okay, email me at tutoslive.help@gmail.com with a subject saying wireframe. Okay, I already received emails from Anil, Chinmay, Sandeep, and Adnan, and if Ankush, Suhail, and who else? Yeah, even Satyanarayana, you did not email me. So if you email me, I'll send the wireframes. I'll help you out how to do it. If you're stuck at any point, you can ping me. You can ask me like, hey Sagar, I'm stuck here. So send an email. I can only send that if you send an email, a blank email with this. Okay. So yeah, that's one update. So send me that. Based on that work, okay, I don't care if if you have a busy with project assignment. Oh, okay, so I'm not sending to you then. I don't want you to get disturbed with that part. Okay, once you are done, okay, just let me know that Sagar, I'm done, I'm ready to take it now. Okay, great. So yeah, work is important first. This is just a practice. Of course, this is work too. Based on your work, okay, you'll be getting nice real-time projects, and that too I'll be mentoring that. So that's a chance, I say. That's an opportunity, because there are so many people who are looking for real-time work. I'm not giving them, I'm giving only to my students who are learning from me. So I trust you guys that you guys can handle it. So show me that you guys can handle it. If you could do that without any mistakes, then yeah, you will get picked up. So, and if you get picked up, you can be a part-timer, you can be a full-timer. I'll hire you. Okay, I'll hire you based upon the work you do. That's in Bangalore. That happens. The hiring happens after 1 month, because we don't have an office as of now. So meanwhile, we can remotely work. Okay, that's the thing. Yes, let's go ahead and see. Yeah, sure. Sachin, email me your number too, so we can talk on the phone. Okay. So yeah, now let's see. Now we know the syntax of the JavaScript, how to write JavaScript code. So let's see how can we write the JavaScript code. Okay. So voice is cutting off. So just let me know. So it's good now, I guess. Hopefully. Yeah, it's good now. So just let me know if the voice is not not so good. So let's see for first program in JavaScript. Okay, so now let's first see the internal scripting, then we slowly move on to the external scripting. Okay, so the first and foremost thing every time I write is doc type. Oops. HTML head, body. Okay, inside our head, title. So here title is Tutoslive Super 10 JS intro. Okay, let's say this. So this is JS, okay, intro dot html. Okay, JS stands for JavaScript. So low voice. Okay. So I know. Is my computer programmed to it? I have to figure this out. Now? My computer takes it. It's taking care of me, I guess. It's saving my energy, I guess. I mean, the battery, I say. Oh, everybody left here? So Fugale has come. Hey Fugale, how are you? Long time no see. I know you're busy. So at least follow the recorded classes so that you don't miss out. Yeah, am I audible now? Am I good to go? Can I go ahead and write the program? Yes? Okay. So yeah. So it has been saved. So now we don't need any body here because it's pure JavaScript, right? So let's first see the programming part. So how do I write my internal script? Inside a script tag. This is where I have to write. Remember this. If you don't use that tag, you can't really write the JavaScript. Okay, script tag. Now the first and foremost part. Okay, what is the first thing in programming language? The first and foremost thing in any programming language, in any scripting language, is the variable. Okay, when you do not have a variable, you can't really do a logic over there, because you need to store values somewhere so that you process them, you can process them in future. I say future is not very future is like after some time. Okay, so for that very purpose you need to store values, right? You have to store values. Suppose today the attendance is 10. If one member joined, the attendance becomes 11. So I have to store this 10 somewhere so that I can add when somebody comes into the class, right? And today the quantity is 2. If one thing adds to it, so 2 plus 1, 3, the quantity becomes 3 now. So I have to store this 2 somewhere, right? So that I can add it later, I can subtract it later. If somebody is left from the class, let's say now there are 11 students, now 1 is left. What is the attendance now? 10. 11 minus 1, 10. So I have to store this 11 somewhere. So variable is something which is used to store values for further processing. Okay, so in any other programming language you have to declare the variables, you have to instantiate the variables. I don't know if that's the right word, instantiate. So you have to define them first, right? Like int x, int y, int quantity, right? In other programming language. But I said like scripting language is a loosely typed language. You don't have to declare them priorly. What you are supposed to do is, there's a keyword called var, okay, quantity equal to 10. Okay, so that's it. That's our variable. We have quantity stored in somewhere, and okay, what I do is console.log. Remember this. Okay, there's a famous statement in JavaScript programming language. When in doubt, console.log, they say. Okay, I'm going to type that in the classroom. Okay, console.log quantity to see the output. That's it. Nothing more than that. Okay, and coming to the comments in JavaScript is double lines. What are the comments in CSS? Type in, everybody should type in. What are the comments in CSS? Yes, comments in CSS. How many answers? Just 2. Great. Fantastic. Alright, so that's the comments in CSS. What are the comments in HTML? Comments in HTML. Great. Great. Okay, remember these. Yeah, it's inside tags, Chinmay. We are close. Okay, so like such, the comments in JavaScript is a double slash lines here. So this statement will show the output. Okay, this statement will show the output, and there are certain standards for me in naming. This is for me actually. That's why I said there are certain standards for me in naming variables, which I'll be discussing in a while. But let's now see what is the value of quantity. Okay, how do we see?
So go here, super 10. Okay, JS intro, right? There is no body, hence okay, let's write a body there. Why should we leave it, there? So I write a div. Okay, this is JS code, so you do not use body much. Okay, just a statement there, so that we'll see a better interface over there. So let's style for the sake of it. Okay, remember these styles. So every time you write anything, use styles, because that will help you remember in certain things. Okay. Then here I'll write the styles for div. Yeah, this is it. Looks good. Oh, my voice, right? Okay, good. So yeah, so nothing happening there. So how do I see the output? Right, we have to see the output, right? Where do we see? I said console.log, right? So I'll inspect element. You see console here. You see a console here. Click on it. You see that I have given the quantity as 10, and it's right there. When I refresh, it gives a value console.log. So log it in the console. That's what it means. Now let me change the value of quantity here. Okay, I'll say 15. I'll come here. I'll refresh. See, now quantity has the value 15. So variable is something which stores okay, which stores the value for further processing. Okay, now let's do one thing. So yeah, even before that, I have some standards for naming. We become better developers. That's it, plain and simple. Okay, so the rule number 1. So there are certain rules from JavaScript. The rule number 1 is variable name. Anybody know that? Variable name should not start with number or special character. Number 2, variable name should not have space in between. Okay, you can name with a special character, that's underscore, that's a different scenario. I'll tell you, double underscore. Okay, now this is my rule. Variable name should always be in lowercase. This is my rule. Okay, this is not JavaScript rule. Number 4, if you want to use 2 words as single variable, okay, separate them with, well, yeah, that's what I said. These are my rules. I use camel case for something else, so it depends. You can use camel case for variables, but separate them with underscore. That's my rule. Okay, it's not a JavaScript rule. So when I started coding, I have set some standards for myself, and I follow them wherever I go. So if the company really requires me to change my structure, I used to change the structure, no problems for me. Okay, so then number 5, always use meaningful names. So like suppose for name, you say var x equal to Sagar. Okay, what does this mean? This has no meaning, right? If I say var first underscore name equal to Sagar. So always use first underscore name. My name is different. My full name is different. Full underscore name, you can use that. Okay. So always use meaningful names. Never ever use meaningless names, so that other people understand. Okay. And what else we have here? Yeah, you can use numbers anywhere. You can use numbers. It should not be at the starting place. It can be anywhere, and even the special characters. Okay. Sometimes these days the variables start with dollar also. Okay, the variables start with dollar, start with underscore, start with both dollar underscore. Okay, so that's a different scenario. Okay, but yeah, these are the set of rules. I mean, when it is really required to use underscores, dollar underscore or dollar, then you are good to use them. Okay, that's why I say it's an object concept over there. It's just a convention. It's not like they have some special powers. They don't. They are just variables. Okay, so that is that. So these are my rules. Now let's start looking at them. So now I'm going to share my screen here. Of it. What is the type of it? I said quantity equal to 10. Number. And you're so fast, man. And then bravo, good to go. Integer, fantastic. So how do we know it? Is my screen is available here? Can you guys see my screen? Yeah. Okay. So how do I know it? What is the data type here? So for that I have a predefined function in JavaScript called typeof. Okay. Now let's see. Console.log. Okay, I can write here typeof quantity. So even QTY is a is not a meaningful name, but still understandable, right? So let's just go here. Oh, data type variant, fantastic. So let's see here a refresh. You see that number? So number is right there. Now let's do one more thing. So where first underscore name equal to, let's say Adnan. Okay, console.log first name. So let's see what value it has. Okay, then console.log console.log type of first underscore name. So what is the type of this? What's the type of this? String. Okay. Any other answers here? So let's see what is the type of that. What's the data type? It's it is. You see the value is Adnan and the data type is string. Okay. Now where price equal to, okay, 10.24. Okay. Now console.log, okay, console.log, let's say price, console.log, I'll say type of price. Okay, let's see now. Oh, I forgot to ask a question. Okay, float. Okay, it's not float. That's JavaScript. So even if it's a decimal or even if it's an integer, both the type is number itself in JavaScript. Okay, you should know that in JavaScript there is no integer and there is no float. There is only one data type for all the numbers, which is number. Okay, there is no restriction on that. You can readily use a number and a float, an integer and float under number itself. You see the value is 10.24 and the type is number again. So even 15 is a number, 10.24 is a number. Okay, that one thing to remember. This will be asked in interviews. When you go for interviews, float is a data type but not in JavaScript. Float is a data type in, we see in PHP, in your C language, in your Java, in your .NET, you have float over there. But in JavaScript, there is nothing like float data type. Everything is number. If it's a number, that's it. Okay? Alright, so let me just increase the time here for another 15 minutes. We'll finish off. Alright, so now let's see one more data type here. Yes, there is nothing like double shot and stuff like oops, there is something wrong here. Alright, so let's see the program here. So the next is var available equal to true. Now what data type is this? Console.log available, console.log type of available. What type of data type is? What data type? Boolean? No, there are so many. I'll show you. It's not just 3. Oh, available is not defined, so I made a spelling mistake over there. Okay. Okay, true and boolean. Okay, so up to now, okay, these are only the data types we have. I'll be discussing the other types when we talk about the built-in functions. Okay, when I talk about the built-in functions, I'll show you there are 2 more types or 3 more data types. Okay, one is not at all a data type, don't worry about it. 2 more data types which are array and object. Okay, we'll discuss when the time comes for that. So now let's see operators. Let's see just 2 types of operators. There are so many operators, but what we really need is only 2 types of operators. No, 3 types of operators, I'm sorry. Anything regarding JavaScript? Oh, I'm doing absolutely fine then. Variables are cool. I thought they were hot. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what are operators. Operators. In a simple language, an operator is something which manipulates the variable data. Okay, which manipulates the data stored in variables. Right? So that is an operator. An operation is when we apply operator, it's an operation. That's it, as simple as that. Okay. So what kind of operators we have here? So people already started answering that. Arithmetic operators, which is used to add, subtract, multiply, divide, and divide absolute, or I say absolute divide. I don't know what it is called as. Okay, fantastic, you guys know about it. Then the next is relational. This is really important. Relational operators. Relational operators are used to compare integers. Okay, relational operators. So how do we compare two integers? What kind of comparisons we can do on integers? We can say one number is less than the other, one number is bigger than the other, one number is equal to other, one number is not equal to the other, right? These are the relationship between those two numbers. Fantastic. So we have less than, greater than, equal to, not equal to, okay. So what is not greater than? Yes, what is not greater than? Fantastic. I'm just playing. Okay, it's greater than or equal to. So not greater than is less than or equal to. Okay, not is that is not. Alright, so those are other things like, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, that's it. Okay, then we have logical here. Oh, and we have in relational two types in equal to, which I'll be showing you. That's a very important interview question. People ask you. When I show that, I'll show that. Okay. Then the next is logical. Now logical is applied on Boolean data types. Yes. So and or, and or and not. Okay. So and or not. That's it. So and. So you should know a truth table. If you guys read about truth table in your previous, I don't know, in your education. So you might be knowing about this. And oh, my voice is low. My microphone is on my neck. Okay. So now, any good? No? Okay. So this guy is going crazy. Yeah, it will be okay now. I changed that. It's been changing by itself. My computer is too worried about my battery, I guess. So I don't know. If you guys watch a movie, I'll tell you a movie. Okay, it's called Her. Anybody watch this movie? Anyone? No? No? Okay. The movie is about an intelligent computer, intelligent operating system. Okay, that's a really cool movie. It went for Oscars too. So, but it did not win, of course. Recent one. Okay, so the intelligent computer will take care of the humans, like just like what my computer is doing. Like it's reducing the microphone's volume by itself to save the power. I don't know. I have to change that setting somewhere, but I did not find. It's a Windows 8 system. I seriously hate Windows 8. Okay, so yeah. So if you know about the truth table, then you will definitely answer this question. Now tell me, what is true and true? What is the value? Sure? You're sure? Anybody else? Anybody contradict with this? True? True? Okay. So it's a vice versa. What is false and true? Okay, fantastic. So only the first one is true, right? Only the first one is true, and the rest of them are false. Fantastic. So how about R now? So true or true? Okay, true or false? So I mean, if you are from India and you studied in your in your primary school, every time they used to ask like true or false. So what is true or false? What is true or false? True, right? So I used to wonder that, true or false, but that is not this logical or. False or false? Okay, so which one is false here? Only the last one. Everything is true. Okay, so these are used in decision making, logical operators. So I will tell you which one is used where. So are we missing any other operator here? Important ones. So this is used in decision making. Not, we have discussed, not in relational. Oh, here logical. Sorry, yeah, good one. So not is just the opposite of whatever the value is. Okay, so the logical operators are used in decision making. So if you want to make any decision, you go and use your logical operators. Okay, and relational operators are used in control structures. Again, these are again used in decision making. So if I is less than 10, comparing. What is comparing? Is it comparing equal to? There are two more operators which we discuss tomorrow when we discuss all that. Or I will discuss now itself one more operator. Okay, and these are used in arithmetic operations. Okay, when you have increment and decrement operators. let us put that here. Increment and decrement operators. Okay, plus plus minus minus, fantastic. So I hope you guys know about that. Yeah, great. And concatenation operator. Concatenation operator. Okay, concatenation operator. I mean the and is this. So this is nothing but plus. This is used on strings. To add two strings, we use that concatenation operator. And increment and decrement is plus plus and minus minus. Plus plus will make the value plus 1. Minus minus will make the value minus 1. Like, you know, if I say if I equal to 10 and I plus plus, what is the value there? I equal to 10 and I plus plus. Let me type it here. So now I equal to 11, right? So what is I minus minus? 9. Okay. Now I is 11. I is 11, not 10. Okay, so those are increment and decrement operators. And you mean to say what else? And somebody will say assignment operator. I don't know why it's called assignment operator. It's not assignment operator. Suppose if a equal to a plus b, okay, you can write it as a plus equal to b. Okay, I don't call this as an assignment operator, but people do call it as an assignment operator. It's a shortcut. It's a shortcut operator to that operation, whatever a equal to a plus b. Okay, so this can be done on only arithmetic operators. Okay, so just that's about the operators. So I guess to show these examples, I don't think I have to show examples, right? You guys know about the examples. So what I do is like I give an assignment. So you do the assignment, use console log, whatever we have done in today's class. You know, I hope you understood how to write a script. I hope you understood how to print it out in the console. Okay, this is how you print it out in the console.log. So I'll give an assignment. So you do it and submit it back as a code in HTML so that I evaluate, so that we can discuss that tomorrow in the class. So if someone who comes out, okay, maybe the assignment comes in the night, so do check. I won't be sending emails. Keep checking on the same page, wherever the page the class is. So that will help you guys. Okay, so and Fugale, what's up? I don't see you much of these days. You said you were free and still you're not. No problem. Okay, so yeah guys, the feedback. How many of you guys are giving feedback? Only Chinmay and Sachin give the feedback, and Adnan has given yesterday. So give me a feedback there. I'll seriously appreciate that, the feedback. That will help me out, what you guys are learning. Okay, so yeah, I know it. You have discussed that to me. So yeah guys, that is it. You'll get one email now regarding the recorded classes, so just keep checking that. And assignment will be there by 10 o'clock tonight, so Indian time. Come back after 4 hours, you see the assignment, download, finish it off. Okay, so good night guys, take care, have fun. You live only once. Okay, so yeah, bye bye.